India. And in the latest in our Local Leader series, we meet the Emirati who's been named both Young CEO of the Year and Middle East Oil and Gas CEO of the Year, and find out why he's currently devoting much of his time to charity. Now, today's Emirati leader is one of the country's top businessmen, but he's turned his skills to promoting a charity pop record which hopes to unite the world, as Jerome Evans reports.
I consider myself a social entrepreneur, which is really taking a business or a business model and trying to develop a model which doesn't just deal with the profit element, but also the planet or the environmental impact, and the people, which is a social impact. So it's a triple bottom line of doing business. I've always been generally excited by the impact that different businesses can have, good and bad, and really examining that and seeing how one can push it more in the good direction rather than the bad direction. I don't mean necessarily doing bad business, but you have businesses which are well-known and major companies, so that when you really look at the net impact of that business, not just on its shareholders, but it's all of its stakeholders, you see a different story. Quincy Jones, who's a well-known music producer, and I have been friends for over a decade now, and he believes in the same principles of taking what one knows, how to do best and trying to make sure that it has that triple bottom line effect. So the project was really 8 years in the making, in the sense that I pestered him for 8 years, and we eventually got it done, where we recorded the first half of it in Morocco, and we'll record the second half of it in Dubai in September, and then hopefully the song and music video will be released in November. But in essence, it is gathering the best and biggest artists, music artists across the Middle East and North Africa to sing with one voice for a better tomorrow. Quincy and I are executive producing this project specifically as a charity project, as a charity single. All the funds will go to encouraging and developing arts and culture projects across the Middle East and Africa. Traditionally, arts and culture tends to be the last line of focus when you're talking about developing projects. Social projects, of course, is first housing people and feeding people and employing people, and then arts and culture tends to come last, understandably to some extent. So we feel that this the funds generated by this project and by this song should be allocated towards those type of projects.